Hi everyone, this is Mr. Souza, and today we're going to go over how to rewrite a equation from standard form to slope-intercept form. So first thing I would like to go over is standard form is written like this: ax plus by equals c, versus slope-intercept form is written as y equals mx plus b. So if you look at question one, notice it's the same format as the standard form. You have ax plus by equals c. Now, this is not part of the question, but if we were to ask you what's a, you could say it's 4 because that's the number attached with the x, right? Your b would be a 2 and your c will be 10. But again, that's not the question. What we have to do now is change from standard form to slope-intercept form. And in order to do that, you must isolate the y. So in order to isolate y, you first start by getting rid of the 4x. Now, because that's a positive 4x, we're going to do the inverse operation, which is to subtract 4x from both sides, like this. So by doing that, you're going to be left with 2y equals negative 4x plus 10. We are not done here because the y is not alone. There's a 2 in there, so we have to remove the 2. In order to remove the 2, we're going to divide everything by 2. All terms by 2, like this. So once you do that, 2 divided by 2 is 1, so now you have the y alone, because 1y is just y. Negative 4x divided by 2, that makes a negative 2x, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So now you have your equation in slope-intercept form. Please go ahead, pause the video, and try question number 2. Welcome back, everyone. Now we're going to go over question 2. Similar to question 1, we're trying to isolate the y, meaning the y has to be alone by itself. So we have a positive 6x here. So for that reason, you're going to subtract 6x from both sides. So the 6x cancel each other. So you're going to be left with negative 3y equal to negative 6x plus 14. Notice I always have the term with the x come before the constant, and that's because we want to write the equation on this form: y equals mx plus b, meaning the mx must come before b. So the y is not alone yet because there's a negative 3 in there, so we can divide both sides by negative 3. So like this. Make sure you're dividing every term by negative 3. So then we get y equals, keep in mind that negative divided by negative makes positive. So we have 2x. 14 is not divisible by 3. However, the negative must go either in the middle or top of the fraction. So you're going to write it like this: negative 14 over 3. And that's how we write the equation in slope-intercept form. So we're going to proceed to the next page now. Please go ahead, pause the video, and try question number 3. Welcome back, everyone. Now we're going to go over question number 3. So similar to question 1 and 2, you're trying to get the y by itself. So we're going to start by subtracting 3x both sides, because again, you want to do the inverse operation. So the 3x's cancel each other, and you're left with a negative 4y equals to negative 3x plus 20. Next step, again, trying to isolate the y. There's a negative 4 attached to the y, so you're going to divide every term by negative 4, like this. So we get y equals negative negative becomes positive, so we have 3x over 4, and then a 20 divided by a negative 4 makes a negative 5. There you go. Please go ahead, pause the video, and try question number 4. Welcome back, everyone. Now we're going to go over question number 4. So we have a positive 2x, so instead we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. Again, we're doing inverse operation to isolate the y. So we have a negative 6y equals to negative 2x minus 18. So we're going to divide all terms by whatever is attached to the y, which in this case is a negative 6. So we apply that to all the terms, like this. So we get y, negative negative becomes positive. 2 over 6 can be simplified into 1/3, because both 2 and 6 are divisible by 2. So 1/3 of x. Again, that signs negative negative makes positive. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So y equals 1/3 of x plus 3. A very common mistake I see students do is leave the solution like this right here. So a negative y equals 3x minus 10 is not in the slope-intercept form because the y is not alone. We don't physically see a number here, but we do have a number, which is a negative 1. So what you want to do is you want to divide all terms by negative 1, like this. So we're going to get y equal negative 3x plus 10. And now your equation is written in slope-intercept form. Another common mistake I see is students writing the solution like this: y equals 10 minus 3x. Even though those two equations are equivalent, in this case, it'll be considered wrong because your equation has to be written on this format right here: y equals mx plus b. So in other words, the mx must come before b. So for that reason, do not write this down. Your solution must be on this format right here.